We are live. I am excited. We are in the final episode of the Gut Reset webinar series. And gosh, sometimes I just don't get it with my hair, hey? But anyways, we are going to talk through tonight, like the other side of inflammation, the other side of a healed gut. So first, before we start, I want you to imagine something, okay? I want you to imagine waking up with energy. I want you to imagine a clear mind. I want you to imagine peace in your body. I want you to imagine an aligned body, and not an aligned body because of medications. Like, we want an entirely aligned body the way that it was designed. And I want you to just, if you've watched every episode up until this point, whether live or after the fact, I just want to let you know you've made it to the final episode. And this one's different because it's not all about like what you're fixing, it's about what you're now free to live. And you weren't created to micromanage symptoms. You were designed for freedom. And this final part, okay, this final part of this series, I'm going to show you how to live out that healing, how to protect it, how to sustain it, and how to grow it by using what we call the 5 essentials. And it's an amazing, amazing delivery system that we have for you. So let's do a quick recap, okay? So we're going to first of all, like, remember why we even started this series in the first place, okay? Because this wasn't about chasing symptoms. This was about getting to the root, getting to the cause, so you could actually feel like yourself again, okay? Because when your gut starts to heal, here's what really shifts, okay? Just like you see right there, you start to think clearly again. The mental fog begins to lift out because of the gut-brain connection. Your skin starts to glow because inflammation calms down on the inside, so you're not like red or have acne and like inflammation from the inside. Your hormones begin to regulate and your mood isn't going to be swinging around like crazy. This is what happens when you heal your gut. And your energy, it's not just like caffeine highs, sugar highs. It's real energy all throughout the day. And your nervous system, it is not going to be on edge 24/7. It's not going to live in that fight or flight response. You become calmer. You become less reactive, and your body stops feeling like something that you're constantly like fighting all the time. And it starts to become something that you can finally live in again, the way that it was made. That is a gut healed life. So that old story of surviving and managing symptoms and medication and like all of that, that is done. Okay. The new story that we're writing is that it's not just better, and you're not just better. You are fully alive, living how God made your body and designed it to be. And let that sink in. You're not just going to get better for a minute. You are going to live fully alive when you heal your gut and you live a lifestyle of that. Because this isn't hype. Like everything that I've taught you in the last episodes and what we're going to even talk about tonight, like this isn't some like, just like give me your money and like doing all of that. Like this isn't hype. Like this is what happens when healing becomes your new normal. So here's the thing. You cannot heal without the 5 essentials, okay? These are designed to connect you emotionally. It's designed to inspire action in your body and to tie everything back to the gut healing, okay? But this is the part that people miss the most, okay? You go in on all one thing, like a cleanse or a new supplement, or like you just detox your body's entire system. But you cannot forget that healing isn't a one-lane road that you're going down, okay? It's a lifestyle. And this lifestyle is what holds it all together. And the 5 essentials are part of this. So first, I'm going to talk about the middle one right there, mindset. And we're going to go through this in a little bit more depth. But your thoughts literally change your biology. If you believe that your body is broken, it'll keep acting like it. But when you believe that healing is possible, your body starts to respond. And that's not like it's the actual physiology, it changes. And then nutrition. The second one, this isn't about restriction. And we talked about that in episode 2. And if you need to go back to episode 2 to watch nutrition again, absolutely do that. But this is about restoration. You don't have to eat perfectly. You just need to eat with purpose. What is going in your mouth and what you choose daily, it will either feed inflammation or it will fuel the healing in your body. Then we have movement, oxygen, and exercise. We're going to talk a little bit more about that today. But your body detoxes through your lymphatic system. And when your lymph moves, your lymph moves when you move. We're going to talk about workouts and what that looks like because it all counts, all of it. And then you have minimizing toxins, okay? From seed oils, from sugars, from plastic containers to toxic cleaning products. Like your body is under constant assault from toxins. So healing doesn't just mean adding in good things. It also means removing anything that is harming you. So less junk, more function. And then we've got chiropractic care. This is the one that most people overlook. Okay. Your spine is the communication highway. It's between your brain and your gut. And if there's interference, your body can't coordinate healing. Your vagal tone, your digestion, your immune function, it all flows through your nervous system. So when your spine is aligned, healing happens faster and it happens deeper. So these 5 essentials that you see right here, you guys, they aren't just for healing. They're for staying well and they help hold you in healing. So let's go deeper into mindset. We haven't talked about this yet on these 4 episodes, but we're going to talk about something that doesn't come in a bottle. You can't supplement your way out of it, and it's not a diet plan. Okay. But it changes everything. Say everything. Everything. Your mindset. Your thoughts literally shape your physiology. What you believe about your health, it becomes your reality. Because your brain and your gut, they are inseparable. And here's the truth of it. Chronic stress increases cortisol. Cortisol damages your gut lining. It throws off your entire microbiome and it sends your immune system into this constant overdrive. So that means like you could be eating the cleanest organic diet. You could go through and do the SIBO diet. You could have the most gut healing foods on the planet. You could do the entire 4 hours gut protocol. But if your thoughts are always stressed, overwhelmed, anxious, your gut cannot fully heal. You have to fix your inner environment to heal an internal system. So take inventory. What's the story that you've been repeating to yourself? Is it fear? Is it frustration? Is it I'll never get better? Let's begin to shift that. Calm your mind. Anchor your thoughts. Because when your nervous system feels safe, your gut can finally start to repair. And this isn't like woo, woo, woo stuff. Like this is real science and it is absolutely essential in your health. So when we talk about exercise, okay, we're going to switch gears, right? Max T3, moving with the purpose. We're going to talk about movement, and this is not for weight loss. That's not what I'm talking about movement for, okay? Max T3, it was built on the science of healing through motion. So your gut, your hormones, your brain, they all respond when you move with purpose. This is different than just like, I have a job where I move a lot and I lift things, or I'm always constantly moving. This is different. This isn't about hours at the gym either. It's about short, strategic bursts of movement that wake up your system and they trigger repair. So here's what makes Max T3 different, okay? The T3 stands for 3 T's. The first one is time. Time, just 12 minutes a day. That is it. Type. The type of movement that you do matters. You want it to be functional. You want it to be full body movements. You want it to be simple. You want it to be powerful. You want it to be effective. And then the third T is tempo. So tempo is like a controlled intensity that stimulates detox. It balances your blood sugar and it ignites cellular healing in your body. So it's not just exercise, okay? It's medicine, but it's delivered through motion. That's how you keep your gut clear. It keeps your lymphatic system moving and it keeps healing going. So exercise, movement, it isn't just for your muscles, it is for your gut. Every time that you move, you're not just burning calories, but you're fueling digestion. You see that? Getting your body moving to get your body moving. Here's why this matters, okay? Movement stimulates what's called peristalsis. Peristalsis is wave-like motions that move your food through your gut. And it also boosts insulin sensitivity and lowers inflammation. It also helps regulate your cortisol. When you're not so high intense all the time, but you're doing it properly, and it feeds your microbiome with powerful anti-inflammatory chemicals. So if you're stuck in this cycle of bloating, constipation, gut dysfunction, constantly back and forth, this might be part of your missing link. Okay. And this isn't about being some fitness influencer. Okay. It's about partnering with your physiology, how your body was made. Every walk, every Max T3 workout, every stretch, it is not extra. It is essential. So this Max T3 that I'm talking about, if you're watching this live or if you're watching it afterwards, go to Max T3, just like you see there, maxt3.com, and you can sign up to receive these kinds of workouts. So go to maxt3.com and there's a fantastic resources full of videos, how to do the workouts, different kinds of workouts to do on maxt3.com. I think there's a small fee to do that, $9.99 or $14.99, or maybe it's a little bit more, but go to that website there, get your body moving. So then let's talk about minimizing toxins, okay? You cannot heal in a toxic environment. It's impossible. And it's not always what you add in. So we can talk about adding in more cruciferous vegetables. We can talk about adding in more whole foods, adding in more organic meats. But a lot of times it's about what we need to remove and take out of our lives. So let's be clear, okay? Antibiotics, antacids, they damage your gut lining and microbiome. Processed foods fuel inflammation in your gut, but in your entire body. Chemical exposures in your home, your personal care products, those all add up. And eating organic also matters, okay? You're not just avoiding pesticides, you're protecting your gut. Healing starts when you remove the interference. And so we've got to remove that interference. So eating organic, minimizing medications, antibiotic, antacids, removing gut-destroying foods, and really starting to incorporate fasting into every week is super beneficial. We talked about it last time, but I want to talk about it again. Fasting is a key tool here to really help your gut heal. Giving your gut a break for that 12 to 16 hours can radically reduce inflammation and jumpstart that repair. Okay. This isn't just about clean eating. It's about the strategic removal, clearing out what does not belong so that your body can finally do what it was designed to do. And you guys, that is to heal. And I talked about it on the last episode. The 5 Essentials to Real Health book dives really deep with 2 full chapters on exactly what to eliminate and what to prioritize, okay? And freedom sometimes comes from subtraction. It comes from simplification. It comes from taking things out that shouldn't be in there, not buying the things like the pantry, getting rid of the stuff in your pantry. Don't bring it into your home. Every choice that you make makes a difference, a big, big difference. And then the last one, what does my spine have to do with my gut, Dr. Cassie? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to tell you everything, every single thing comes from your nervous system. Your brain and gut are in this constant communication through the vagus nerve, okay? And that nerve exits right through the spine at the very top. And it connects into your gut and your digestive system. You can follow it right there. You see that circle? Right here, the vagus nerve comes out. It goes through these nerves right here, down, and it connects to your entire digestive system. When your spine is out of alignment, the signal gets distorted. Motility slows down. Digestive enzymes drop. Your immune system weakens. It's like trying to stream a movie and you don't have any Wi-Fi. And some of you have tapes or DVDs and you know what that is. And you're like, I could just put it in there, but that's old school, okay? Your body needs to have that signal. The connection is everything. Everything. And this is why chiropractic matters. And this, because the spine's job is to surround and protect the system. And when it is not in its proper alignment, we are in big trouble. That's what causes the distortion with the connection. When you adjust the spine, you restore the communication. When you let your body reconnect, it finally starts to heal from the inside out. Okay. Chiropractic doesn't treat your gut though, but it unlocks the system, your nervous system that runs every single thing in your body. And you're like, well, how does my spine get out of alignment? There's so many things I'm going to tell you, from sports to car accidents to falls to you can't separate your mind, body, soul, and spirit. So even your mental health can affect your spine. But one of the biggest things that is affecting our country, that is literally an epidemic, is sitting. Did you know that 3 hours of sitting can drop your digestion by 30%? That's not just a stat, okay? That should be like a what? That should be like a freaking firework going off that's like, that is not okay. But what happens is, okay, when you sit too long, your core muscles shut down, circulation slows, your digestive organs get compressed. Your gut literally can't function the way that it was designed to. So what do? We need to get up, we need to move, we need to breathe, and we need to follow. This is where the 3 steps of healing come in. So if you're writing notes, write these down. The following 3 steps. You ready? Identify what's holding you back. Identify what's holding you back. 2, remove the interference. And 3, restore balance. Identify what's holding you back. Remove the interference and restore balance. Sitting still too long keeps your body stuck. but small intentional moves, getting your spine corrected, getting it adjusted, restoring the curves back where they need to be, realigning your spine so it should be straight from the front, it jump starts healing. And tell your body, like, it's time to move forward. Enough is enough. So I want to finish this one here with this, okay? Because we have to be honest with ourselves. A lot of us are stuck in this like cycle, and it's like every 90 days or so, right? Every 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It's a new diet, it's a new protocol, it's another cleanse. And that is exhausting. That is exhausting. But what if your lifestyle became the thing that keeps you well? What if you didn't always just have to keep starting over because you never fell apart in the first place? And I'm not here to say that anyone is perfect. That doesn't exist. Perfection does not exist. But that's what the 5 essentials are for. They make your healing normal, not this emergency plan. Because health doesn't come from pills. It doesn't come from quick fixes, and it doesn't come for waiting for symptoms to then do something about it. Okay. It comes from the inside out. When you remove interference and you support the body the way that it was already designed to, that is true healing. That is how you live a gut healed life. That is how you live a life without inflammation in your body. Okay. But now it's time to choose a different path. The world wants you dependent on it. But the truth is that the power that made your body heals your body. That is the shift. This is your moment. We have to change your story. So there has to be an identity shift. When you think about this, like ending on this part right here, I can't stress it enough. This is more than a gut reset series. It's more than a gut reset protocol. It is more than just changing your diet to look like this, or taking a supplement to do this, or working out and doing this, or adjusting it for this, or doing those things. Like, it is bigger than that. And this is the only thing that I've seen that changes for people, is if they get this right here. If your identity shifts, this is a new identity, and you have to capture it. You have to grab onto it, because you weren't created to just survive in your body, to micromanage these symptoms, to live in fear of food, or to have these flare-ups. Okay. You were made to live fully alive in your body the way that God designed you, to feel clear, to feel strong, to feel grounded, to feel connected. And I don't mean just like better, I mean free. But this has to shift, okay? It has to shift from surviving to owning your health. It is your responsibility, all of this. And you're not meant to just survive, but you have to take ownership of your health. I can't do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. Only you can. And it goes from managing symptoms to mastering your choices. You get to decide. You're the person that makes the choices of whether to work out or not work out, whether to put the healthy food into your body or not. And you need to master those choices. And some of you need to master the thing of saying no. And I promise you, the more that you say no, the easier that it is. Like, no, I don't eat that. No, that's not what I'm doing. No, this is what I'm doing. I'm going over here. But like, don't you want to like go out, like do all the things and like blah, 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 blah. And you just say, no, nope, that's not what I do anymore. My health is more important than that. It also goes, this identity shift goes from waiting on someone else to fix it to realizing that you've had the power all along. Nobody is coming to change your situation. You've had the power all along to change it all. So you have to change that identity because you've got the tools. Now is the time that you do the work. This is your life protocol now. The 5 essentials are it. And we just need to begin walking it out and never going back. Are you going to fall off sometimes? Yep. And you continue to give yourself grace. The next day is a new day. Don't do it 2 days in a row if you possibly can, but begin that identity shift. You can have rules all day long. Identity shift, identity shift, identity shift. So how are we going to do this? What are the action steps? Well, I love giving you tools. I love giving you resources. And one of the biggest things that I love is having a list and a checklist of things that you can do. So I'm going to put right there in the comments, I'm going to put the 5 essentials list that I made to start off with that you can anchor yourself to. If you need a resource, it's about living the 5 essentials daily. Where do we go from here? We start in this place, okay? This isn't a one-time event, right? It's a process of becoming a whole human. So download the Living the 5 Essentials Daily checklist because this is going to help you turn everything that we've talked about into real life rhythms, okay? Your mindset, your movement, your nutrition, your chiropractic, reducing the toxins, all woven in to a daily routine. Second, if you've missed any part of this series, okay, go back especially and watch episodes 1 through 3, which is all the other ones. But I love 2 and 3, especially. 2 is the big nutrition one. 3 is the protocol. 1 is the foundation. But go back. Each one builds on the next, okay? From the gut triggers to the entire 4-hour protocol, like this as a full lifestyle approach, okay? You'll pick something new every single time. I don't know if that's ever happened to you. You watch something and then you watch it again. You're like, oh, I got something else new. It's just like reading the Bible. You read the Bible and you're like, I've read that 5,000 times. And then it hits differently another time. The third thing, some of you need to do the 4 hours protocol. If you haven't done it yet, like I absolutely would. Like get ready to take action, commit to the full 2-month 4-hour gut protocol. And we've mapped it out for you step by step. Okay. Exactly what your body needs to remove, to repair, to replace, to replenish. This is your reset and do it fully and like watch what happens. Like it's incredible. And finally, okay, join us next week for the Build Your Natural Medicine Cabinet webinar. Okay. It's on November 5th at 5:30. And I'm going to show you how to turn your kitchen and your cabinet into the first line of defense. Okay. We're going to be walking through and I did this last year, but I'm going to do it again because it's like every year we get to the place of like, it's flu season. What do I do? And what does it look like in our medicine cabinet? But giving you the tools to swap out all the toxic stuff, okay, that most families are keeping on hand, like medicine and cough syrups and synthetic vitamins. And I'm going to show you how you can rebuild your medicine cabinet with go-to remedies that are natural, that are real health alternatives. Okay. Immune system stuff, digestive system stuff, fever, first aid, lots more, but practical, empowering. We're going to go through that next Wednesday, the 5th. So you'll have a plan, you'll have a list. It's amazing. And then the second thing, November is Friends and Family Month, like all November long. Like this is one of our favorite traditions. It's our 10th annual. We've done it for 10 years in a row, every November. And what happens is we're running a clothing drive to help our friends at People Loving Nashville. That's what PLN stands for. In return, for that clothing drive, you will get all of our new patients will get a complete consultation, exam, and x-rays if needed. And every dollar or every clothing item goes directly to PLN so we can help those that are in need right here in our city. So if you've been waiting to invite someone that you care about to take that first step with their health, this is the moment. November is the time, okay? But I want to tell you guys, like, this is where freedom starts, okay? Healing wasn't the end goal, really. Living is the end goal. And I want you to put in the work, clear the noise, walk forward step by step, getting better each and every day. Trust your body again and live and believe that you are already free from anything that you are suffering from. Okay. Congratulations. You made it to the end of the series, but I really do believe it's the beginning of something even better, even though it is the end. I love you guys. Thank you for being here on this series. It's one of our favorites, and the link requires a sign-in. So let me, it's on Adobe, but it shouldn't do that. You know what I'll do? I'll email it out. So if you didn't get that, I'll email it out so that you have that. And for the upcoming events, you can register by going to our Instagram page, or in the office, we will have flyers up starting tomorrow for that. But go to our Instagram page. It's Major Family Chiropractic, and you can learn even more about the events that we have coming up. All right. I love you all. We'll talk to you soon.